All right, this is One Last Midnight. Welcome back to another episode of Astroneer. So yesterday dropped the April update, which is called the Salvage Initiative. And unless you've been underneath a rock, you've been kind of waiting for this update to drop because there's an all new cool event that's been added, along with some other things. So I have to warn you in advance, this video is going to contain spoilers. If you don't want to know anything about the Salvage Initiative, which is the April update, then my suggestion to you would be to shut this video off. All right, the big deal with the Salvage Initiative is, Exodynamics has given us the ability to be able to clean up the debris that's littered all around the surface of the planets and actually inside of the caves. And the way that that's done is now you can use dynamite on some of these very large objects, these massive objects that have been sitting around on the surface, to blow them into smaller pieces. You then turn around and take those pieces and package them up and send them off for goodies. So this is an event, and this event is going to run for 2 months. It's actually going to end on June 14th. So you've got plenty of time to do this event. There's 3 major things that you want to try to accomplish during this time frame, and that's to unlock the 3 key items, which is a mask, a hat, and also a new suit palette. They're kind of cool. It looks like, almost like a steampunk type outfit. And it's got this color and shading, kind of like Calidor color and shading, a little bit of tan, a little bit of Minor-esque looking. It's a really neat palette to have, and the accessories along with it are really, really cool. To achieve this goal, you need to send off certain amount of recovery points via the Exo request platform. And you do that by packaging up debris and sending it off. Now, debris has a couple different values associated to it. You have the lowest debris, which is the debris bundle, will give you 25 points. The small debris package will give you 25 points. The medium debris package will give you 150 points. And if you find that special large cargo container, that'll give you 250 points. Now, that can only be found on 2 places. And you'll see it when you're around the planets. You'll see, the Aurora Effect that they had in the December update that kind of indicates, hey man, there's something going on here. And those 2 planets are Visania and Novus. And you should be able to find those bundles just laying around. Now, there's not an enormous amount of them, but there's a good amount of them to find. As I said before, Dynamite will now allow you to blow up the massive objects, and they'll turn them into 2 kind of smaller debris pieces. One is a really small debris piece, which will then turn around and go into the small debris bundle, that bundle package that you pick up. The other slightly larger ones will shrink down when you package them up into a small debris package. On top of that, you're going to be able to destroy T2, T3, and T4 objects. And they're going to break into small little debris pieces as well. Well, small and medium-sized pieces. So you no longer have to worry about, those base pieces that are laying around that you could never shred in the shredder. You can now take care of them. This is something actually that, the Astroneer community has been waiting for a very, very long time. The ability to be able to clean up not only T2, T3, and T4 items, but also to be able to get rid of those large, massive debris items. So this is a nice little feature. And I know while this update looks kind of small and there's only the event and maybe you can blow up some things, I'm sure a lot of code had to be put in place to allow these to be broken into smaller pieces and disappear from the game. So kudos to Systemera for being able to deliver this. This is really, really neat. After you finish the core components, you get that 8,000 recovery points and you've gotten all 3 of the items. The event kind of still goes on. While you're doing up to the 8,000, you're also getting these little mini deliveries back from the Exo request platform. So sometimes you'll get a couple items, but once you get beyond the 8,000 and you start completing it, then you'll start getting these additional deliveries. Now, I've only gone up to like 10,000 points so far, and the deliveries seem to be kind of the same, but I don't know. I'm kind of interested to hear from you guys that have gone a little bit farther and see if the gifts that are coming back down get any better. It'd be interesting to see what, what is the top level of gift that you actually get back from the XO request platform after you're distributing these points. Also in the update was several bug fixes, mainly related around Dynamite. There was a multiplayer update that caused some problems when you were using the trade platform. And there was some general issues that were kind of resolved as well. Yeah, one of the other things that was kind of neat that I don't think wasn't really in the patch notes at all, and I don't know if this has been introduced. I want to say that it has been introduced in this update, but to be frank, I didn't really pay too much attention to it. But the anniversary birthday hat thing that we got back when, Astroneer had their 1-year anniversary? Well, now, if you cycle through the palettes, the hat actually changed color, which is really cool. Changes the color to match kind of whatever the palette that you have on there. Now, previously, I believe it was blue and gold and was always blue and gold. Correct me if I'm wrong, but now it's really cool. And look at the Galactic suit and the PAL suit. Those are really neat when you start looking at the hat, and it has that additional effect to it. Well, that was it for the update. Like I said, it's not a huge update in the sense of a lot of content. The being able to destroy these items it's a massive thing. It's great that we can finally clean up all of these little pieces. We've been waiting for it for a long time. But the content is a little bit light around this particular event and around this update. It's not the huge update that Joe had been talking about earlier. And so hopefully we'll see a huge update come out somewhere in the summertime. Again, this event is going to run until June 14th, and then it's going to expire. So make sure that you get all those goodies. You have plenty of time to get them. And yeah, that's about it. So if you haven't already, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. We've got a great community of people here. If you want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below, and make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when I go live and when I post new videos. We'll talk to you again soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.